Hey guys, it's Katie from Six Shooter Charlie, and this is another episode of my Pick and Pack series where I show you what's sold and how I ship it. So we had a pretty good day yesterday. I was on Whatnot for, maybe like 3 hours, and we did a whole show of just Doorables, Funkos, Funko sodas, rewinds, Legos, like all kinds of things, and everything starts at $1. So it was a long show, but if you are on Whatnot, please come follow me on my channel, or if you're not on Whatnot, if you go down in my description, there is a link that you get $15 free to spend anywhere on Whatnot, and you don't have to spend it with me, but I'd really appreciate if you did. It's so much fun. Whatnot is a live auction app where there is someone auctioning stuff at all times, and I think it's really fun because with my ADHD I can pop in and out of rooms of people's shows and just look and bid until my heart desires. So let's get to shipping. This is going to be our first eBay order. It is going to be for these nothing earphones. They're the ones that go over your ear. I recently got these from an Amazon pallet, and they are going to Wilmington, Delaware. I wear my AirPods pretty much constantly. I always talk about it, I have a really bad ADHD, and I do find that just wearing my AirPods helps me tremendously focus. And I have also sold a ton of those loop earphones, or earplugs. They're the ones that they just go in your ear. They don't play music, they don't do anything, they just bring the noise of the world down a little bit. So it is strange to see me without my AirPods on, but these ones are ones that go over your ear, and they actually don't go inside of your ear. And I tried a few of these before. I don't know, how I feel about it, and I think I just, I'm a creature of habit. It's like, no matter what, I like my AirPods, so if I try something else, there's gonna be some reason I'm not gonna end up liking it. Second eBay shipment is going to be Anthology 100% silk men's shirt. Gotta find it in here. Let me make sure this is it. BH5-8. Yes, okay. So this shirt right here, it is a men's Anthology 100% silk long sleeve window pane. That was a mouthful of a title. It is going to Woodbridge, Virginia. And it is on its way out. Next eBay shipment is going to be, Ruby Road. It is a Ruby Road Linen Blend crop pants in this really pretty Barbie pink. These are going to Leesburg, Alabama. Next. So we have a necklace. This is a vintage boho hippie brown seed beaded multi-strand necklace. Every once in a while, I will pick up on estate jewelry, and I'll buy it just in bulk. You'll go to an estate, they'll have this whole box of jewelry, and they just sell it to you for one price. And I sometimes I'll find gold in there, I'll find sterling, I find these older vintage pieces, and they're pretty easy to list, pretty easy to sell, and gosh, every once in a while you'll find a piece of gold, and it can really make that purchase worthwhile. This is going to Hamburg, New Jersey. right, next is going to be, this is a women's vintage Levi's dark wash tapered leg pair of jeans, and they are going to Portage, Michigan. Coming across vintage Levi's now is becoming harder and harder, but I have to say, I feel like the pricing, the sale pricing on vintage Levi's has gone down a lot. I remember when there was people out there just like looking for like the biggie Levi's, and they were making just incredible amounts of money on them. But I've kind of seen that like my sales on anything of vintage Levi's have really softened. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. All right, we are going to have a brand new item. This is a new Tag Express collaboration with Lady Gang. It is a white blazer. This one is going to Phoenix, Arizona. I lived in Tucson for quite some time, so I am very familiar with the area. All right, and off it goes. All right, we have a Brooks Brothers shirt. I am always shocked about like the retail and the resale of Brooks Brothers. Same with like FootJoy. There's like a couple of those brands, Lululemon, Victoria's Secret, like all of it, like the retail's way high, and then on the resale market, it is very low. Brooks Brothers, and they're nice pieces of clothing. So Brooks Brothers striped shirt here. It is going to, it's going to the International Shipping Hub in Glendale Heights, Illinois. That is one thing that eBay changed over the last couple of years, that they have international shipping hubs, which is basically like a freight forwarder consolidator. And you used to have to, if you offered international shipping, which I did, you would have to fill out the customs forms, you'd have to ship it, hope it makes it to wherever it's going, and tracking was always terrible. You never knew kind of where things were. But now, customers are able to buy things from the state and have it go to an eBay international shipping hub. And cool thing about that for the sellers is that once you get it to the international sales hub, that's it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it going and to the customer. eBay handles that. You don't have to worry about handling returns. eBay handles that. So while it is more expensive to be a part of that program, it's worth its weight in gold, because then you don't have to deal with all of the other stuff, or even worrying about tariff codes and filling out those customs forms. So next is going to be, this is a set of batteries right here. They actually go to heated socks. Again, this is another Amazon pallet pick that I got. I did get a set of heated socks this year, and it is amazing. But I was gifted a heated vest, and now I never thought I would be a vest person. I always am like, if I'm gonna put on a vest, I want arms on it too. But this heated vest is amazing. And they all run off of just basically power banks. And so I always have like a zillion power banks charging. And I lived in that vest and those socks basically all winter long. I froze the year before. So this is going to Miami, Florida. All right, we are going to get into our Amazon shipments. I do sell, I pretty much transitioned my whole Amazon business to FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant. I am no longer sending things into Amazon. There was a long time where shipments were just taking so long to get to the fulfillment centers, get checked in, and then actually be for sale. So I kind of cut that out, and because I ship every single day, for me, there's no point in me shipping it to Amazon, and I also am eligible for Prime. So while I do miss out on sales because it's not at the Amazon warehouse, for me, it just works better. So first item is going to be a book. This is a Reading Above the Fray, reliable research-based routines for developing coding skills. I do really well. Hold on, on, I didn't grab some of these. I have been doing really well on my Amazon account now that I'm out of Amazon jail. That is a long story, again, for another day. Yeah, that took over like a whole year of my life. It's going to Hohenwald, Tennessee. All right, next Amazon is going to be Hartman's. So this is Hartman's complete guide for the phlebotomy technician. This is going to Cannon, Georgia. And I know that I always give this piece of advice, but I'm going to give it again. For y'all in the back, I'm gonna talk about this. If you see how easy these shipments are going, it took me a long time to get a system that works for me. And my biggest piece of advice is, and everyone always says, oh, shipping's so hard. I don't want to get online because shipping is so hard. Actually, it's not. It's very, very easy if you set yourself up with systems. So I go and pre-purchase in bulk all of the mailers I know I'm going to need, all of the poly mailers, all of the thermal labels, and a thermal label printer is not that expensive. I think I got mine for less than $100 on like an Amazon, Amazon Prime Day or something. And I also see them for resale all over the place. And having, bulk tape, having the priority boxes that you can get for free from the post office. Just getting all of that stuff ready and having it available. And I whip through shipments. I do shipments every single day. And this is how it goes. I go out, I pull all of my orders, which maybe one day I'll show like the Connex and how I go and pull orders and all of that stuff. I don't find it particularly interesting, but this system right here, like I can do shipments in less than a minute. So for all of you that are out there that are timid to sell online, it's really not difficult. The biggest difficult and hurdles is getting over which technology should you use and, stuff like that, which is easy. And now with like ChatGPT, I mean, it basically you could say, build me a shipping program and it'll be like, this is the mailer you need. This is where you can buy it the cheapest. This is what, so it's insanely easy. All right, next we're going to have to Frankenstein a poly bag for this giant book. This is Country Music, The Masters. This is a really cool book that I picked up, and I don't even remember honestly where I got this book. I think it might have actually been, it might have been at an estate sale. I don't remember now. All right. Yep, we are totally going to have to Frankenstein this poly bag, or this bubble mailer, which, no biggie. If my scissors will cut, that's the biggest thing. And also one thing that I struggle with shipping, and this is also, part of my ADHD, and a lesson that I will say, always put back your mailing supplies back where they go at your shipping station. If you need to buy extra pairs of scissors or extra pairs of tape dispensers because you seem to be taking your tape all over the place and then it ends up in another location, and then when you go to ship, you got to find all your stuff, just go ahead and do yourself a favor and leave it in your shipping area so you are not constantly searching for it. That is one lesson I learned the absolute hard way, because I don't know how many tape dispensers I've purchased and scissors, because I'm like, oh, I'll take this one with me. I don't want to find, the one I'm looking for. Don't do it. Learn from me. All right, we're going to do this. Oh, we almost didn't put my little pieces of marketing in there, as well as the pack slip. This is going to Dayton, Ohio. And I like using poly mailers as much as I can, because that does not increase your shipping rate. On top of that, I don't have a box that would fit this real well. I would have to cut down a box greatly to make it fit. So and I just try to make the tape look, presentable. I am not that person who at Christmas time, has those beautifully wrapped presents. So I try really hard when I'm doing customers' orders to really just try hard to take my time and do it right. My mom was so good at getting those crisp corners on every present, and I just was not like that. I was like, wrap it up, let's go. All right, our next Amazon order is a DVD. This is Little Britain, the complete third series. It is going to Denver, Colorado. And again, just like with books, there are DVDs and Blu-rays everywhere. And I use a program called Scout IQ from 3 Colts. And it is an app that I have on my phone, and I have a barcode scanner. And I go around and just scan. And you do have to set up some triggers on there. They do come with some preloaded ones. But it tells you what sells on Amazon and how much you would make from it, all by just scanning. You're at a thrift store, you're at a pawn shop. At pawn shops, they will basically give you DVDs because they have so many of them. And most pawn stores don't even buy DVDs and Blu-rays and really even video games much anymore. All right, Poshmark. Now, my Poshmark started getting a little bit busier, but I think it's because I took advantage of their promoted closets. They give you some marketing dollars for free and let you try out promoted closets. So far it has, I do think it has helped. I can't say how much yet because I'm still in the first week of it. All right, this is a vintage pair of South Pole high-rise baggy jeans. They are Y2K denim, and it is going to Jackson, Michigan. Yeah. And it is going out priority, which is the great thing about Poshmark is a lot of the orders, there are some few exceptions, go out priority. And while it is a little bit more expensive, this saves you on buying boxes and bags because you can get all of these priority shipping supplies completely free from your post office, or you can log into USPS and have them delivered to your doorstep for free. Unfortunately, not my doorstep because I have an undeliverable mail address, but that's again another discussion for another day. But you don't have to pay for any of the shipping supplies. Our next Poshmark order is going to be this Coca-Cola coaster with the bottle opener on it, and it is going to Roselle Park, New Jersey. Also, a cool thing about Poshmark is that you are allowed to use any of the priority mail packaging. And what I mean by that is there are a couple of different options for priority shipping supplies. You can get their priority mail flat rate products, which means whatever you can fit. This is a flat rate envelope. You could fit up to, I think most of them are 70 pounds, which is the limit. But if it fits, it ships. So that is a flat rate envelope, and you're supposed to pay a set price for that flat rate. They also have a couple of products, not many, but that are just priority mail products, like the Tyvek mailers. There's a large mailing box and a medium mailing box, and those don't have a flat rate on them. It's just dimensions times weight. But with Poshmark, you're allowed to use any of their shipping supplies. So you could use a flat rate envelope and you're not paying the flat rate envelope price. While that might sound a little confusing, it's a huge plus, because in the flat rate, they have a bunch of more options for sizes and stuff like that. All right. Vintage London Fog. This is a maroon trench with a really pretty paisley zip-out vest. This is going to be, I need one of these boxes. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. So this is a large mailing box. It does not have a flat rate connotation to it. So with this mailing box, it's basically the post office giving you a free box. to use with priority mail when you don't want to ship something flat rate. They do also have a product in their non-flat rate items or shipping supplies called the medium box, and it's like the size of a shoebox. It's, you know, rectangular shoebox. I use those like crazy, and there's not a lot of post offices aren't going to have those ones, so you do have to order those on the website, but it's really easy and it's free. But this is the maroon trench going in, and it is going to Keyport, New Jersey. Okay. All right, guys, one more Poshmark here. Maurice's faux leather full zip leather jacket, or faux leather jacket. Right here, it's going priority to Richland Center, Wisconsin. And another thing that I always hype in my videos is a program called Vendoo. I would not be able to sell on all of these platforms without Vendoo. I used to do all of my cross-posting manually, and that means where you have an item like on eBay, and you also have an item on Poshmark and Mercari, so you have your items out on all the platforms. I used to do that manually, and my life was terrible then because doing it manually was terrible. But I use a program called Vendoo. It is very inexpensive. If you go down in my description, there's a link, and I can't remember if it's like you get your first month free or you get 15% off. Just go to that link and it'll walk you through getting a discount. But it pays for itself in like one sale. So you literally set up the items, and with like a couple of clicks, I can cross-list it on all of the platforms that I'm on. And it has sales detection. So if something sells on one platform, it will remove it from the others. So you don't have to worry about selling the same item twice, which has happened to me in the past before, and that is always a nightmare. All right, and then we have our one Mercari sale. I am on Mercari. I need to take some time to like invest in figuring out if there's like something I can do to boost my Mercari. But then again, with Vendoo, it's not hurting for me to be on Mercari. It's not like it's taking me any extra time. But Mercari has been so slow. Like, it's so slow. But our Mercari order is this right here, and it looks like an avocado when I have it. There we go, done the right way. But this is the Adopt Me Glyptodon little plushie. It's so cute. It's going to Long Beach, California. Let me get him in his little avocado. Now, don't ask me why he's a Glyptodon in an avocado. I don't know. Okay, and he is going out ground advantage for Mercari, and this is our last shipment of the day. I have to stop at some point and ship all of my whatnot orders. I think I have like over like 150 items that are going out, so I need to get those out too. Like I said, join me on Whatnot, and I will say sorry and not sorry for you becoming addicted to Whatnot. It is so much fun to do. It's almost like QVC, but live. And there's a bunch of like, you know, it's interactive, and, you know, you can shop for all kinds of things and get amazing deals. I even source on there because there are sellers that are out there that are selling stuff that I know my customers want, and they're offloading it cheap. I mean, I just bought like over, I think it's like 80 something watches for like nothing, like not nothing, but for a really, really, really low price. So I get to pick through them, keep the ones I want, and sell the rest of them, which, all right, I'm gonna do a little wrist check here. I just got this from my special someone. He bought me this. This is the Citizen Mother of Pearl dial with a moon phase and diamonds. I love this watch. I have been searching for a moon phase for a while, and I saw this, and it has like, you know, that mermaid-ish mother of pearl, so it's like perfect for me. So I love it. that's it for today. You see how easy, I mean, that was quite a bit of shipments and we knocked them out just like that. So if you like this video, please go down and hit the like button. It really, 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 really helps me and my algorithm get out there, or YouTube's algorithm get out there so people can find me. And if you didn't like it, just scroll on past it. There's so much other things to watch. I appreciate you watching all my videos. Subscribe to me on all of my social media. I'm Six Shooter Charlie and everything, so it's so easy to find me. Come find me on Whatnot, and we will be sharing all of those live auctions. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.